Well, hello there, people of the internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 22 of my Let's Play Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episodes, what did we do? Oh yeah, we studied together with the Literature Club. All of us together at my place. Yeah, that was in general what happened. We studied together, and Yuri and Natsuki are getting along very well, which is good to see. And now I'm finally spending an entire day with Sayori, because my character in the game has opted to completely neglect her for I don't know how many weeks or months, maybe even. So finally it's just Sayori and I hanging out today, which I'm very happy about, because oh man, Sayori deserves some attention, because my fucking asshole character in the game has just decided to not even give me any option to spend time with her. And this is the first time in the entire fucking series so far in this entire story that I am just alone with Sayori, apart from of course when we walk to school and stuff, and that happened in the first few days and stuff. Because I've been together only with Yuri, of course a lot with Yuri obviously, with Natsuki because we went Christmas shopping together, and with Monika a little bit as well. And I've never been alone with Sayori, always with other people around or just very briefly. But this is the first time actually spending some time with Sayori, so I'm actually looking forward to this. Well, also I'm a bit scared because I hope that not too heavy stuff is gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure that will. But yeah, I'm just Sayori needs some love, man. Come on. How could you do that to Sayori? I've basically been screaming that at the screen for the past 5 episodes or something, but okay. Another day, another weekend. I yawn and stretch, glancing over to the clock. 10:21 AM. A little on the late side nowadays, at least. And it's a day I'll be spending with Sayori. My god, it really feels like another lifetime ago that we used to hang out together. If I'm totally honest, I'm a little nervous. What if it's awkward? What if she resents me for ditching her? Yeah, she should! Don't be silly, Mark. Sayori is still my friend. And she isn't like that. You're acting like an idiot. Yeah, you were acting like a fucking idiot because you just completely ignored her. You really should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Because she was even sick for a few days in a row, and I said that I was gonna check up on her twice, and I just never did. Well, the guy in the game just didn't give me an option to check on Sayori in any way, shape, or form, so I was just angrily along for the ride while my character was having fun with Yuri and stuff. I was like, come on, just can we get to Sayori at least? But okay. With a sigh, I start my morning routine, wondering how the rest of the day will go. It's now a little past noon and I'm just mindlessly passing time, so Yuri and I didn't actually make any concrete plans, so we're going to have to improvise a little. From what I remember, she's not really much of a morning person, so I decided to give her a bit of time. I think I've waited long enough though, so I decided to pull up my phone and shoot her a text. Hey Sayori, feel free to come over if you want. Hey Mark! Good timing, huh? I just finished getting ready. I'll make my way over now. Cute face. Awesome. See you soon. Other cute face. I put my phone away. In hindsight, I really should have thought of something for us to do. And just like that, Sayori is over. Just the two of us. Hug! Come on, hug, Sayori. You look so cute. You're the one that's actually... Well, Natsuki also looks kind of cute, I guess, but you're the one that's actually cute. I know I said it yesterday, but wow, do I feel nostalgic coming here again? Yeah, she looks around. I didn't really get a chance to focus on it because we were all studying, but nothing has really changed, has it? Now, you still got that embarrassing baby photo over there? She points towards a rather unflattering shot of me, still clad in the diaper and looking rather chubby. Glad to see you remembered it. I laugh under my teeth. So, what are we doing today, Mark? Well, this was your idea, right? I kind of thought you'd have something planned. Oh, well, I kind of thought the same, but for you. I furrow my brow. What kind of logic is that? There's a whole lot to do here, to be honest. Whenever Yuri comes over, we typically just read and cuddle. Ah, I see. Her expression drops for the tiniest of moments. That sounds really cute. But obviously we can't really do that, so there's an awkward pause. For God's sake, Mark, say something. She's your childhood friend. Why don't we go to the park? The one we used to go to as kids? Oh, that's a great idea. I feel kind of silly for not bringing it up myself. Well, you always were a bit slow, weren't you? I wink and playfully nudge her. Hey, at least I wasn't a massive chicken around Halloween. She stands triumphantly. Okay, well played. We share a laugh and head for the door. It feels wonderful, if not a little foreign, to tease each other again. It makes me feel like nothing really changed between us. With spring drawing ever closer, the frosty bite of winter feels less and less prevalent. It's still too cold for a t-shirt, but with the hoodie on, the temperature is pleasant. Sayori and I take a seat on the park bench and look up at the clouds. So tell me, Sayori, what's new in your life? I tried to stay as nonchalant as possible, attempting to fight the guilt seeping into my voice. She giggles quietly. Oh, you know, not much has changed. Same old, same old. It's a little hard to discern her expression fully as her eyes are firmly trained on the sky above. But I'm fairly certain I'm detecting some sadness. I don't want to jump right in with questions though, so I opt for a more casual angle, hoping she'll talk more about herself if she feels comfortable. Honestly, I know that feeling too. Well, sort of, it's kind of hard to explain. On one hand, joining the literature club last semester, meeting everyone, it goes without saying that had a big impact on my life. But at the same time, I feel like nothing's really changed. Maybe it's because despite new faces and stuff, I'm still in the same environment, still waking up every morning for school and all that stuff. If that makes any sense. A smile works its way onto her face. You're sounding more and more like Yuri by the day. I don't think you ever used to be this reflective and analytical. More like you're like the third person to tell me that. Sorry. Must be kind of annoying, right? Not really. It's more eye-opening, if anything. You know, how can you adopt, how you can adopt your partner's traits? Well, I've never been in a relationship before, so I can only imagine. She looks sadly up at the sky. Hey, Sayori? I'm sure there's someone out there for you. You're really likable, you know? She doesn't look convinced, so I press on. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, or allowed, to give so many compliments to a female friend. Oh, you definitely are allowed. You're really sweet, and I know some guy out there is going to really value how kind and upset you are, how kind and upbeat you are. It's so rare that you meet someone as selfless as you are. One day someone is going to cherish that. And I've always enjoyed being able to call you my friends. My childhood was amazing, and a huge reason for that is because of you. She slowly turns to face me. Thank you, Mark. That really means a lot to me. And I really am sorry, Sayori. She opens her mouth, but I rush onwards, wanting to get my words out before I reconsider. I know it might be more natural for me to spend time with Yuri, but that doesn't mean I should have done so at your expense. Yeah! I've been fucking yelling at my character for that for like ages. I feel really bad, you know? Just like throwing away the history we have. It wasn't ever my intention, please remember that. You're so silly. I didn't ever think that you threw me away. It's completely normal for you to spend more time with your girlfriends. Besides, you make Yuri happy, and by the looks of it, she makes you feel the same way too, right? I nod. That's what I value the most, other people's happiness. Oh, spacebar, but I want you to be happy as well. She laughs and waves off my concern. You honestly don't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly happy the way I am. You're still in my life, you know? I see you every day in school and we get to talk there. Plus, for things like Halloween, Christmas, study sessions, we all get to hang out, right? So please don't feel bad, okay? I'm just grateful we're talking again. Because I'll be honest, I missed you too, Sayori. Yeah! Yeah, once again I predict what the game is gonna say. She embraces me in a hug. There we go. Finally. It feels a little strange being so heartfelt with a girl who isn't Yuri, but it's a nice feeling all the same. Despite the initial novelty of the hug, it very quickly feels familiar, if not a little nostalgic. Memories come flooding through our minds. Sayori and I biking together through a forest. Why did we cuddle? Why did we hug during while biking through the forest? That seems dangerous. Like in two separate bikes, then holding each other like, holy shit, Sayori, what the fuck? Me buying her an ice cream, us pretending like the floor was lava, hopping from chair to chair in my living room. My mom helping us reconcile after a silly argument we had. We eventually break apart. There's a genuine warm smile on her face that I find myself returning without even realizing it. That's what I want to see more of. And less of the self-blame game, okay? She pouts slightly, causing me to laugh. Sayori isn't assertive, and when she tries to be, it comes across as more endearing than commanding. Heard you loud and clear, soldier. Good. Now I think it's time we did some exploring, don't you think? Lead the way, Columbus. Holy shit, we're actually going into the woods. Well, something that I never wanted. Something that never waned over the years is Sayori's fascination with exploring. Even if it's ground we've already once traversed, she still acts like it's fabled terrain. I'm not complaining though. Her imagination was always something I enjoyed. You know, seeing the wanderlust on your face, it reminds me of when you wanted to be an astronaut when you were younger. I still think being an astronaut would be really cool, you know? Think of the views, seeing your home planet from the moon. You still want to be an astronaut? Well, as fun as it would be, probably not the best idea given me and physics don't really mix very well. So what do you want to do after school? Don't think I've ever heard you talk about this. I haven't really given it much thought, to be honest. But you'll be in third year soon. I know. I don't know, I guess I'll just pick a subject I enjoy and go from there. I don't really like thinking about the future. Why not? Huh? Oh, nothing. Oh, look, where are we? Oh, look where we are. Okay, yeah, look where we are. She points ahead to a clearing I recognize. Oh, I recognize the place instantly. We have had many a picnic there in the past. Is it just me, or is the fucking screen angled for some unexplained reason? Sayori immediately makes a beeline for one of the trees. Once she reaches it, she sits down so that the trunk rests against her back. I follow suit and take a seat next to her. This is one of my favorite spots in the entire park. So many memories here. You always liked this spot, didn't you? I remember how excited you were when we first stumbled upon this place. It was like a magical forest to you. Oh, you remember that? Of course I do. Hey, baby Sayori. Oh, look at this place, Mark. It's a magical forest. Yeah, wow. Do you think? Yeah. See that big tree over there? I bet a forest wizard lives in it. A wizard? With loads of cool spells? Yep. I bet he could turn you into a frog. But I don't want to be a frog. I want to be a dragon. Well, let's ask him. She runs over toward the tree and knocks on the woods when she gets there. Hey, Mr. Wizard Man. We heard all about your magic spells and stuff. Can you show us, please? Triple dot. Ah, no wizard? No. Hey, that's okay. We can still have lots of fun exploring, right? You said it's a magic forest. So I bet we'll find other cool stuff. Like what? Like those magical horse thingies, you know, with the horn. Oh, you mean unicorns? Yeah, no. Unicorn, that's not how you write that. Yeah, that's the one. Come on, I bet they're here somewhere. Hey Mark, wait up. We have to be quick if we want to catch the unicorns, Sayori. I know. But look at these mushrooms. She points to the floor. Funnily enough, there's a bunch of colorful mushrooms growing next to a tree. So Yuri crouches down next to them. Those are mushrooms, right? She pokes one and giggles. Yep. Do you think they're magic mushrooms? I don't think we should eat them, Sayori. Well, like mushrooms that give us special powers. Well, yeah, that or death. One of the two. Maybe the wizard is growing them. I don't know. Mommy told me not to eat things from the floor. Why not? Because they're dirty and they might make you sick. And if you get sick, then maybe we couldn't play together. That'd really suck. She looks down at them with a sad expression. Can we at least take them with us? Then we can ask your mommy to wash them so we can eat them. Well, I think that might be okay. She bends down and plucks them from the ground, carefully putting them in her pockets. What if these mushrooms let you pick your powers? Ooh, which one would you pick? Oh man, that's a tough question. Flying would be really fun. Yeah, it would. If you could fly like a bird wherever you wanted to go, it must be so fun. Whee! But what's the word? Where you like see through? Invisibility. Wow, Sayori, how did you know that? It's such a big word. She beams. Yeah, it can be smart sometimes. Anyway, that would be really fun. That would be a really fun power to have. You could prank a lot of people. What would you pick? It'd be really nice if my power let me make everyone smile all the time. So no one would ever be sad ever again. Isn't that kind of boring? I guess. But I feel really good whenever I make people happy, so I think I'd choose that. Everyone is happy that way, right? I still think investing would be way cooler. I still remember the look on Mom's face when you told her you almost ate those mushrooms. I never seen her look so alarmed. Yeah, I guess it really wasn't the smartest thing to do, was it? No, not really. But that's what makes the memories so endearing, don't you know? That innocence that can only come from childhood. I put both my hands behind my head and breathe a content sigh. Those ways were a lot of fun, weren't they? Yeah, they really were. A comfortable silence falls between us. Okay, I thought it accidentally said uncomfortable and I didn't read it, but yeah, it is. A comfortable silence falls between us. Both of us are lost in the past, reminiscing about the good old times. The silence is occasionally broken, but one of us decides to share. Either way, I'm enjoying my time with Sayori. Thanks for spending time with me today, Mark. I had a lot of fun. Oh, it's nothing. We should definitely do this more often. Although with exams coming up, I'll probably have to wait until after they're finished. I really don't like the exam season, but at least this will give me something to look forward to after they're done. Well, at least with our group study sessions, exams shouldn't be so bad this year, right? Yeah, you're right. I'm sure we'll all be fine. Yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you later, Mark. She gives me a quick hug and then heads back inside. Ah, damn. I totally forgot to ask her about the Valentine's note. Then again, did I really need to? It wouldn't really have achieved anything. With high spirits, I make my way home. I'm glad I spent the day with Sayori. Plus, as Monika said, it's good to spend a little bit of time away from your partner. Looks like I'm learning, huh? Ah, holy shit. It's the moment of truth. The first day of final season. Silence fills the air as we anxiously watch Sakurai pass out the history exams. Here's to hoping that I don't blank out when I take it. Oh, do I actually have to? That would be really fucking funny though. If I actually had to make a multiple choice here and then make my own exam, that would be really fucking funny. But given the extra studying I did this time with the club, I'm thinking that I should do pretty well. Well, I'm not gonna jinx myself and expect to ace it. I'm startled out of my reverie when a sheaf of paper drops onto my desk. Sakura gives me a small smile as he passes by. At least he's rooting for me. Looking down at the exam, the words seem to swim before my eyes, but within a few seconds they snap back into focus as clear as my mind. As I clear my mind. I know this. Picking up my pen, I join my classmates in furiously scribbling down my answers. So what do you think of your exams? Students rush out. Students rush around Yuri and me, eagerly escaping school to rush home. Some are probably going to do last-minute cramming, while others are likely just seeking respite from anything related to school. Either way, everyone around us seems to be chatting about the exams. I felt like they were generally fair. There wasn't any unexpected material in them, at least. So, in other words, you aced them. Well, I don't know about that. I think I did alright. No, you totally aced them. She smiles gently, not denying the fact that she's a top student. What did you think of the exams then? I probably did well in the history one at least, and I hope I did well in the others. If how you did during our study sessions is indicative of how well you actually know the material, I'm sure you did fine. Yeah. A gaggle of girls passed by, chatting about the approaching summer break. It's strange, not needing to head to the club today. Yeah, but it'd be a bit much if students were expected to keep up with all the extracurriculars during exam seasons. True, I don't think even Monika would want to do that. Ha, Monika, the perfect teacher's pet, not wanting to do school stuff? That's heresy. Yeah, knowing her, she's likely studying as we speak. Speaking of studying, do you actually want to come over today to study together? Sure. It'd be nice to study with someone and break the monotony at least. Not to mention we get to spend some quality time together, huh? I nudge Yuri in the side, making her blush. Actually, should we invite the others too and make an official study session? Yuri stops in her tracks. You want to invite others? Well, we don't have to if you don't want to. Sorry, it's just that I thought it would be more of a private thing. No worries. We probably just won't stay on task as much, haha. I don't know, we've stayed focused on things before. Yeah, I'm just joking. I don't know why, but we're so awkward. But we're so awkward all of a sudden. You're not upset or anything, are you? Why would I be? You just seem kind of off now, is all. Sorry, I suppose I'm a bit tired from the exams. You could say that I have a bit of a shorter fuse right now, so to speak. Although, of course, that's no excuse for my rudeness. It's alright, Yuri, that makes sense. How about if we brew up a nice mug of hot tea for you when we get to my place and relax a little before we cram? That does sound good. You bet it does. And so the writers completely wasted that one character's powers and made him the king for basically no reason. Needless to say, the show's finale was probably one of the worst disappointments in television history. Is this talking about Game of Thrones? Which is kind of funny because I've actually never watched it, but the only thing I knew is that everybody hated, well, pretty much everybody hated the final season. Ha, you're quite passionate about this, aren't you? Are you sure you're not just exaggerating? It was going on for nearly a decade. Of course all the fans are going to be passionate about something they've been invested in for so long. Yeah, this is definitely Game of Thrones. Without mentioning it probably, this is Game of Thrones. Seriously though, if you watch it, you'll get what I mean. Well, you did spoil the whole thing for me though. You told me that I could. Plus, you read the books. You're going to know a lot of the major plot points anyway. Yeah, I know, I'm just teasing you. You kind of want to start watching the show. I do kind of want to start watching the show now, though. You should. If only for the cinematography and acting. Look, we're here already. Well, that was a surprisingly short walk. Time flies when you complain about things. That is very true, Yuri. That is very true. Yuri stands patiently as I fumble to find my house keys in my bag. Maybe I can even start watching the first episode while we have tea. If you do that, I'll guarantee you finish the first season today. Finally find my keys and unlock the front door. I'm home, I still haven't stopped announcing my arrival home. Old habits die hard, I guess. Welcome back! What? Ah! A brown-haired woman pops out from around the corner. Mom! Who else would it be? I don't know. Sayori, she seems to have a habit of breaking into my house. She envelops me in a crushing hug that I happily reciprocate. It's been so long since last I sing this song. And I don't know the rest of the lyrics still. Since I've seen my little boy. Mom, give me a break. You can't blame mother for missing her son so much, I guess. Despite my protest, I can't help a grin from breaking through. Oh, I can't help a grin from breaking through. Like that, yeah, okay. And this must be Yuri. It's nice to finally be able to meet you in real life. Yes, hello, this is quite the surprise. I'm pleased to meet you as well. Yuri smiles awkwardly, fidgeting with the hem of her skirt. I should probably try to ease some of the tension. It's a seriously surprise. Why didn't you tell me you were coming home? Oh well, I wanted to surprise you. Yeah, no kidding. I did foreshadow this in one of our calls, you know. Actually, I think Yuri was there when I said that. I believe I was. And I'd have to say that I'm definitely glad I was here to see your reunion. My grin is really splitting his face. What a mama's boy. Hey, do you want me to act like this stereotypical angsty teenager? Oh god, no. I might have to extend my business tips if you ever start brooding. Mom starts laughing as I roll my eyes. It's definitely good to be back. Reaching out towards me again, Mom trouseless my hair affectionately. Jeez, Mom. Come on, I gotta catch up on all the affection I wasn't able to leverage on you these past few months. And since when have you been such a tsundere? You don't know what a real tsundere is if you're calling me one. One of the club members is basically the definition of the trope. I'm guessing that club member wouldn't happen to be Yuri, would they? Yuri is as far from a tsundere as you can get. Isn't that right, Yuri? Well, I can't say I'm much like a tsundere. But I'd say that the opposite of a tsundere would probably be someone like Sayori. My mind flashes back to all the times that Sayori, my mom, and I were together. And judging from Mom's face, she's thinking the same thing. That reminds me, I really have to catch up with Sayori and her family sometime. Oh yeah, I think she probably misses you. Or at least, she misses your gummies. Of course, it seems like just yesterday you were kids. Mom seems to stare off into the distance for a moment, sighing fondly at the memories. Speaking of kids though, I'm really looking forward to purple-haired grandchildren in the future. Mom! Both my Yuri's faces turn red in unison. You two are going to be so fun to tease. Yuri, you really have such a beautiful violet hair though. Thank you. I've always liked the color purple. Yeah, me too. It's much more interesting color than brown at any rate. Whose fault is it that I have brown hair? I wonder. Like, you really are your mother's spitting image. Jeez, we don't look that much alike. I'll stop being a tsundere and accept the compliments. Compliments? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be nearly as handsome if you took after your father. I snort and roll my eyes again, causing both Yuri and Mom to chuckle. Oh, I nearly forgot. Where are my manners? Come in and sit in the living room. I'll bring out snacks and drinks for you two. Thank you very much. Would you like any help? No. What kind of host would I be if I gave you work to do? Come on. Let's let the mother do the job she does best. Fuss over the children. You know, Yuri, you may be one of the most polite young women I've ever met. Thank you. I'm sure that's just an exaggeration, though. At this rate, Yuri's going to break her record of thanking people in one day. No, seriously, I can't believe how glad I am my son's dating such a respectful, intelligent young lady. Yuri blushes and ducks her head bashfully. So tell me more about yourself. I hear that you two met in the literature club. Yes, we did. I'd actually been in the club for a while before Mark joins. As you can probably guess, books are pretty important to Yuri. Now, I wish more people took up reading as a hobby. After all, you know what they say, well-read people are less likely to be evil. Who in the world has said that? I bet Yuri knows. I'll bet Yuri knows. Do you, Yuri? Well, yes. There you go. Mom smiles smudgedly at me as Yuri looks on as Yuri looks on amusedly. Anyway, please continue with your story. Ah, right, where was I? Oh yes, Sayori brought Mark to the club, and that's how I met him. She even bought me a book to make me feel more welcome. That's right, it was Portrait of Markov. So was it like love at first sight then? Yuri and I look at each other. Well, I definitely thought that Yuri was really cute the first time I met her. Yuri's face turns scarlet, although she smiles at my words. I usually try to reserve my judgment of others until I get to know them better, but I did find Mark to have quite the endearing charm. And it certainly helped that he's very open-minded too. Ah yes, if I remember correctly, you have a bit of unconventional taste in literature. Well, I wouldn't call it unconventional, but I do enjoy a good bit of horror. A woman after my own heart! Well, I'm more of a thriller fan than horror fan, but close enough. Have you read any mystery novels, Yuri? I've read most of the famous ones, yes. I usually read older authors though, such as Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle. You do seem to like the classic type. At any rate, I'm very glad that I'll have someone to speak about literature with now. Mark here never used to read before you came along. Well, that's not true. Oh, stop trying to impress Yuri. The only thing you've ever read was manga. Well, Mark has gotten much more into reading since you've last seen him, though. We regularly discuss the books we read together. Yeah, it's basically like a mini lecture whenever I talk to Yuri about that stuff. It's all pretty interesting, though. Yuri, I'll have to thank you for being such a good influence to Mark. It's no problem. And I trust that you two concentrate just as much on your own schoolwork as you do on your books. Yes, Mom. And Yuri here is a top student, so you don't need to worry about her. It wouldn't be too much to hope that Yuri's helped you study, would it? I have a bit. Yeah, well, the whole club has gotten together for a few study sessions too. That's great to hear. And how have the exams been going? They started today, right? Yep, we both did fine, right, Yuri? Mm-hmm. I'd say that our study sessions together definitely helped. We were actually going to study today too. Oh, don't mind me then, feel free to run along and study. I won't be heading off for another business trip for a while, so we'll have more time to catch up later. Are you sure? I wouldn't want your reunion cut off prematurely. Of course I'm sure. Unfortunately for us all, exams wait for no one. You two had better do just as well on tomorrow's exams as you did on today's. Alright, Mom, I guess we'll study in my room for now. Good luck on your studies. I'll bring up some fresh fruit for you later. Thank you for your hospitality. You're more than welcome, dear. Phew, it's nice to see my mom again. Oh yeah, fucking hell yeah. Thanks for throwing that fucking sentence in there. I wouldn't have to worry about cooking for myself now too. Mother's definitely very kind-hearted. Yeah, I was surprised how good she was at coaxing you out of your shell. It did feel very awkward at first, but she somehow got me to relax after a while. But I suppose it helped that she's a reader herself, and she does remind me of my own mother. What was your mother like, if you don't mind me asking? In personality, she wasn't actually too similar to your mother. I'd say she was a lot more demure, I guess, and certainly much less sarcastic. I think it's just they both share a loving warmth that's plain for all to see. No, that makes sense. Anyway, I can see where your sense of humor came from. Yeah, I mean, I have spent my whole life around her. I know that you don't tend to cook a lot by yourself, but you should cook something for your mother sometime. I'm sure that would be a happy surprise for her. Plus, it's nice to be able to help your parents out. It shows that you don't take them for granted. Yuri, I gently reach out and hold Yuri's hand. Sorry if this is bringing up painful memories for you. No, you're perfectly fine, Mark. I suppose that it's just making me feel wistful. You know what? We should all cook a family meal together one day. You, me, and my mom. That'd be nice. Yuri reaches up. Oh, Yuri reaches up to caress my neck. Cheek. Family. It felt like the whole world crumbled beneath me when I lost my parents. But slowly, bit by bit, it seems like my world is being rebuilt. I'm glad you're the one helping me rebuild, Mark. Aww. And I'm glad that I can help you too. We simultaneously lean in for a kiss. My family's back from abroad and I've got my girlfriend by my side. Life is good. Life is good. Yeah, why are you saying it like that? I'm having a very big, suspicion that something bad is gonna happen now. Like, setting up the stakes very high. The only reason why you're doing that is just so that they can come crashing down even harder than normal.